SGA, oh my goodness.
Woo!
Career high, 54 points against the Jazz, and basically did it in all the ways you can. Also had 17 free throws, leads the league in scoring. He's averaged 30 or more points a game the 2 previous seasons. Lou, I mean, he's the best scorer in the league right now.
Right now, absolutely. Chandler, let's argue. Is he the best player?
I can't even argue with you about this dude anymore. He's. I think Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but I think he's second. He's second.
This is what I love about SGA: poise, confidence. He exudes it, right? And then it's contagious. He gives it away to the rest of his teammates to go out and have 54, 17 free throws, only made 3 3-pointers. What that tells me is this is a guy that's getting to his spots, doing everything that he wants to do on a basketball floor, and he still appreciates the mid-range game. So all the young guys out there listening to the analytics, there is still a market out there. There is still a chance for you to be successful and use the mid-range to your advantage. That's what SGA is doing. He's getting to his spots, using his size, left side of the floor, right side of the floor, attacking in transition. He has the complete bag. One of the best. He's turned himself into one of the best scorers in the league, if not the best player. It's almost getting to the point where I feel like I want to double down on this MVP status. At -600, I would blow a bag on that if I was a gambling guy.
What's that mean? Like, what are you talking?
Blow a bag means
I'm put a number on it. I want to know like what that means to you. Because
talking a Birkin bag? What kind of bag
are we talking?
I would bet anything because it's almost a sure shot.
You know what's crazy is he mentioned on the mid-range, he's elite at not settling and getting to his spot, stopping on a dime, and no matter who's guarding him, whether it's a smaller guy, a bigger guy, he has a way of kind of using his body without pushing off and creating this space that I haven't seen in a really long time from a guy of his size do. So
he's like an old soul.
Oh, he's got all. And my favorite part about this whole last night after the game, he's just sitting there and he's so cool, calm, and collected. And most people would say that what he said, I would roll my eyes and be like, he said, it wasn't my best game. And I don't think I played great. And watching it, he didn't. And he's still, you think by looking at the stats.
3 for 10 from the three-point line?
He still was a little messy with the ball. He said he made bad reads. And again, I was ready to like hate the comment and be like,
because it sounds fraudulent.
54 points out. And he's right. He could have been so much better, and he still had 54 points.
And I'm here to tell you guys, it is genuine. This is how he's carried himself from day one. When the trade happened for Paul George, we were heartbroken that he was leaving. Obviously, we were excited that PG was coming in, but we were absolutely heartbroken that SGA was leaving because we saw the potential. We loved who he was as a person, who he was as a man, just the way that he went about business. To see him here in this, like it's surreal to me to see that my young guy is gonna be an MVP, for sure MVP, and he deserves it. Everything that he's getting right now, he's worked for and he's earned. Can't be happier for it.
The way he carries himself is not 26 years old. Like it doesn't make sense. Like Lou said, Lou personally knows him just from an outside looking in. Watching this pressure last night, I believed him. Like I trusted him. Most guys would say that, and again, I would be like, yeah, whatever, dude. You had 54. Shut up. He was just honest and genuine and real. And
because he doesn't have a fraudulent.
Couldn't like this dude more.
Yeah, it feels like he's not just.
None of his of that.
Could he average 40 a game? Like, is that a world?
Yeah, you put him on a bad team. A lot of guys could, I think. Put him on a bad team where he's taking 22, 25 shots a game and being a pig and not worried about winning and leading like he is now. No doubt. I think there's probably 5 or 10 guys that could average 40 right now doing that.
I mean, okay, so the 26 years old thing, I have to keep saying it out loud because, again, if you even hear him do one post-game interview, there's no way you think he's only 26. They have the best record in basketball. They're all young. I look at people who want to go to San Antonio now to play with Wemby because it's Wemby, right? But this team has everything, and they seemingly are going to have it for quite some time. Is this the best situation in the NBA right now, this team?
Yeah.
By far?
It could be the best situation in all of sports.
Whoa.
They are so young, they are so deep, they are so talented. Again, we need to see it in the postseason. We need to see them take that next step and win at a high level. The minute this team wins a championship, I mean, my God, the sky is the limit. Their picks they have coming up, the depth that they have. This is all pretty much without Chet, who's their second best player. They add a Hartenstein. They have everything. They have vets. They have youth. They have shooting. They're all bought in at such a young age. That's the hardest part of being an NBA player. You always think you could do more. I need more shots. Like, you know, the first question people ask you when you leave the game, how many points did you have? I feel like this team, they don't care. They just go out there, they hoop. Guys like Cason Wallace, unbelievable, just knows his role. I'm sure he could watch Washington play and be like, I can go average 15 over there. He doesn't care because they're winning and they're all going to get paid.
And you know what I will say? Sometimes guys create their positions, right? Like, who could predict that SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder would have so much success so early? You know, obviously they knew he could be a cornerstone piece to their organization, but again, your organization is only going to have the personality of the people that go out there and represent you. He's went out there and he's done that, and he's made Oklahoma City a destination place, right?
Crazy.
Like, these guys want to go play with him. There won't be a shortage of free agents. There won't be a shortage of vet guys. Everybody wants to go play with this guy. Everybody's going to want to go play with Wemby. Look at the markets they're in. Not very sexy cities at all, but they want to go there. They want to compete, and they're going to have opportunity to win championships with either one of these guys, but especially for SGA at this point.
And like that, Sam Presti, monster. They hire Mark Daigneault. No one even heard of Mark Daigneault before they hire him. Coach of the year. Like, it is just, this guy just can't do any wrong. He is the GM of the decade.
Just had to be patient. See, that process worked. There were other games yesterday, obviously. JOKIC, stop me if you've heard this one before. 35, 22, 17, 132, 123 win. That is 5 now straight triple doubles for Mr. JOKIC. He's averaging 30, 13, and 10, flirting with, averaging an actual triple double for the season.
He is.
The MVP talks, Lou. I mean, it's never too early, right? It's going to be a fun one, I think, this season. So, I know you're an SGA guy,
Lou,
but
I could argue. Listen, I could argue this.
Let's do it. I got time. I got time. Let's do it, man. Listen, I love what he's doing, and these are some big time numbers, and it's leading to wins. We can't step on that. He's doing everything that he can to put this team in a position, and these numbers are crazy. Like the stat line that I just saw. Here's my argument, though, Chandler. Is he doing this out of necessity? Does he have to put up these type of numbers for them to win? I think that's the difference between he and SGA. SGA is doing this through the flow of the game, and they're winning basketball games, and everybody else is still getting off around him and doing everything. That's going to be my only fight. Are these numbers absolutely necessary for them to be a competitive team? That's the only slight I would have for Jokic. Other than that, this is a great stamping for him to be in the MVP running once again.
And I think SGA, the biggest thing he has, obviously, is they're 8 games above in the standings, right? They are the clear-cut best team, most dominant team. So if they continue to do that all season long, no problem. And by the way, I've been all over SGA. I admit that's Lou's guy. I was always been a Jokic guy. And right when I think SGA is running away with this MVP, Jokic goes on a heater like this. And I looked at the stats. They're spooky similar. I think that, SGA is averaging 32, 6, and 5 with 2 steals and shooting 53% from the field as a guard is bananas. I think that's insane. Jokic's numbers are also 30, 13, and 10, also 2 steals, 57% from the field, and 48 from 3 as a center is almost more insane than him 50, you know what I mean? So, both of them are putting up these gaudy numbers. I think early on the season, the Nuggets, we thought they took a step back. We thought the window closed. Now, all of a sudden, Jokic is putting their entire team on his back, and he's playing better than he ever has before. So
but Lou, did you say that's a knock against Jokic because he has to do this?
He absolutely has to do this.
But how is that a knock? I feel like it's the opposite.
Well, you were a championship team at one point. Where's your help? We give Jamal Murray all of this.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean he's the most valuable to his team because SGA has more help?
And looks where it's landed you 8 games behind the other guy that's just as valuable. So
they're climbing, though. They are climbing.
We're climbing to SGA. SGA is already there. So I want to make sure I keep my position and my narrative in place, because as this thing gets closer and closer, we're going to make a lot of different reasons why Jokic should be winning another MVP.
Yeah, we are.
And he got last year. This one is SGA's.
I don't know. Let's throw up some information, if you will. I love stat news. Breaks it down very, very.
You're doing something the first time since Will. It's ridiculous.
That seems like a big deal.
Right? I mean, the dude's had 32 double-doubles. He's had 20 triple-doubles. It really is crazy. Now, again, I think this is going to come down to team success.
Wait, that's insane. Look at that. First player in NBA history to lead all players in points, rebounds. Yeah, but the first one in history? That's
a hell of a Thursday.
Insane.
On a Thursday. We gotta read the fine print.
Again, first player in NBA history to have an 8 games. Dude.
I'm telling you, listen, Lou. I don't want to argue.
I don't want to argue.
And I love SGA, and I love what he's doing.
He's exhausted.
I think it's going to. I just know, listen, if they say this 6, 7, 8 game gap, I think it's SGA's, and it's not even close. But if the Nuggets keep doing what they're doing now, and they keep winning, and they finish that 2 seed, or God forbid, they take over the 1 seed, Lou, It's Jokic's again.
But
So
I don't
what
want to hear
you're
fatigue
saying
either.
to me, I agree with you, Chandler. But it's if he does this, if he does that, SGA is there. Let's
He's
keep
there.
the narrative
It's
in place.
January.
It's
He
January
is-
and Jokic is chasing
Lou,
SGA.
why
If
are
it-
we fighting?
If it ended right now, it's SGA.
Why are we making a case for somebody that's chasing the guy that's there already?
Because the chase is in full swing, and I got to be honest,
a
I
good
can
point.
hear him.
I'm winning.
He's coming.
Chandler
point,
and I are
Lou.
in a race right now.
Okay.
I'm winning the race. I'm already closer to the tape.
Yeah,
But
why are we
y'all
talking
telling
about
me
second place?
But
if
the tape
Chandler-
is still
if
12
Chandler
miles
runs
away.
faster, if Chandler changes his shoes by this place, he's gonna be the guy.
'Cause I think
I'm
he's
already
gonna.
the guy.
No,
I'm
you're doing a
already the guy.
sprint, and Jokic is running a
You're
marathon,
trying to give the
and
guy
he's
the
coming.
award already, and there's 40 more basketball games left.
And
Lou,
you
I
guys
hate
are trying to
disagreeing
make a
with you.
case for me why I should give it to somebody else that's behind the guy that I'm making the case for.
Because
I'm
it's
not wrong.
January, whatever the heck today is, 24th. I'm
Say
telling
that
you,
about
it's
your guy.
coming.
Say that about your guy.
This is, I can't wait. This is going to be a good
Is
year.
it,
for
didn't
this.
we do this last year?
Yeah, but you know what? There's something
We're gonna
more
do it every
exciting about
year.
SGA.
They're the
Holy
best players in
smokes,
the
can one
world.
of them just
We're gonna
pipe
do it every
down?
year.
No, they're not going
Who's
to.
three? Like
Wait,
Giannis,
but
Tatum?
can your guy do this, Lou? Let me just let me throw that out there if we're going to try to figure some things
This
out.
is just a cherry on top. Look at this.
Can he do this?
Stop it, Lou.
Look,
Are we-
he must be so excited.
Are we adding this to like the things?
Yes.
This will be played on his
It's on the
2025 MVP highlight reel.
Wait a minute. Do you think he was stoked about it? I feel like he probably just jumped up and down and was super cheerful, or just stood there stoically and did
Could
nothing.
care less. Look at him.
Absolutely.
He's like, does it count? He's
I
like,
kind of love it.
did my horse win the race? That
That
is a dime, by the way.
And you know what else? Let him tell it. He doesn't even care about the reward anyway. It's SGA's.
But look, he did finally say this week that he thinks he's playing the best basketball of his career. And I don't believe he says things like that ever. So I find that interesting as well, because he's clearly aware of everything.
All
that's going
jokes
on.
aside, he's on a tear right now. Like he's playing out of his mind basketball. It's great to see. Like I said, it's great for the game to even have these conversations for both of these guys. They're both playing out of their minds. He's going to put them in a position to compete, and he's going to be knocking on that door for that second, third, and fourth string come All-Star break. He's going to try to get some of these young teams that's led by these younger guys. He's going to try to get them out of there.
And
for
to
sure.
Lou's point, like right now, if this thing ended, it is the Thunder are 36-8. This kid is 26 years old. The things SGA are doing also you can't overlook. So if it ends right now, it's SGA.
Well, you know what? I'm glad it doesn't end right now.
Me too, because I want to keep
Whole
I want to
other
keep
half.
talking about this for the next 3 months.